to have a NEET or JEE, whatever NEET is. How many students are appearing for JEE? Raise your hands. Almost every student. Okay, thank you. So the most important thing is very systematic work, not hard work. No hard work. Only systematic work is necessary. And among the subjects, mathematics will be somewhat tough because this will be beyond your intelligence or expectations. So be thorough with the basics. That's the most important thing. If you are very much thorough with the basics, then no problem for JEE main. But for advanced, it is very much risky. If you try very well, remember once again, no hard work. Only systematic work is needed. So, before starting the theory, I shall give you some introduction to your studies. So, whenever you are at home, never study any subject continuously more than 20 minutes. So, at the maximum, the time to be allotted for continuous study is 20 minutes. Otherwise, the remaining, whatever you study, it will not be in your mind. So, one topic you are covering and you are covering it for 20 minutes. After that, take a break. So, you can go to the kitchen and quarrel with your father, mother, brother, or sister, and they will be giving something. After that, come again. That means you need a healthy interval. So remember, you might know or you might have seen English cinema, Hollywood, similarly Tamil cinemas also. But you see Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, etc., it will be nearly duration is 2.5 hours or 3 hours. But for English, almost every film, their duration is 1 or 1.5 an hour. Suppose we are considering a film of 1 hour. So, after half an hour, they are giving break. The break is for revising or making your memory a good manner. But our thinking is that it is for urination. Even though it is not needed, you will go to the toilet and after that you will come back. Not for that, they are giving the interval to recollect your energy again. So after 10 minutes, you will be restoring your full energy and after that you will listen. Actually, 1 hour you can continuously sit, but they won't. Because your intellectual power can work a continuous period of a small time only. So that they are given after half an hour an interval, like that. Whenever you study anything, continuous studies for 20 minutes. After that, 5 or 7 minutes interval should be given. After that interval, you have to study the next one. Like that, if you are very much concentrating, you are giving concentration for your studies, it will be very much enough and the intellectual capacity will be very high. Because myself is an example, even though I am nearing to 75, I was working as a scientist of ICAR, scientist of Indian Council for Agricultural Research. So I have the luck to contact with our early president, what's his name? The Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. At that time, the Prime Minister was Rajiv Gandhi. So I was having an opportunity to have conversation with all these. At that time, then the Prime Minister was the Governor of Reserve Bank, Manmohan Singh. I have met him a number of times when I was at work. But I have resigned my job in '86. And remember, I was placed the first in my interview. The thing is, because I was doing whatever I like it very neatly. And remember, study mathematics with a loving face. You know, when you do certain problems, always if you feel that it is difficult, you will put your hands like this. So like that. Never be like that. Whenever it feels hard, laugh at it. Then it will give you the answer. That means whenever you study mathematics, study it with a loving face. Then it will be very much easy. Which means whenever you are in the house, so a old man told us that you must laugh and study. That means open the book. Not like that. Not like that. It must be very much interestingly, you must like it. You know, even though I am at this much age, I am very much busy in taking daily classes. But the most important thing is you should be highly cooperative. Remember, I know whenever I am teaching something in the class, nearly 10 minutes concentration will be there. After that, your mind will be get perverted. Then we will definitely recollect and do something. Now, so let me enter into the topics. What are the topics that you have studied for the second year? Maths, what are the chapters? Relations and functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. Methods and determinants. Then continuity. So, among which I think all of them are very much easy, but you may not feel. Because when certain problems are put to you, you can't solve. So that we will see later. So let us have something about continuity. How many types of continuities are there? You might not know. Remember, CBSE students are, when compared to other students, somewhat brilliant, not highly brilliant. Even that some more brilliance is there for you. Use it at the maximum. So, continuity. So, what is the definition of continuity at a point? You might not study it like that, but it is very important. What is the definition of continuity at a point, say x equals a? Anyone? Remember, for mathematics, without reference, you have to answer anything. It is the procedure for a good student. So if anyone asks you what is the definition of continuity of a function fx at the point x equals a, what will you say? Anyone?
At the point x equal to a, if a point is said to be continuous, then there will be a function for x minus f of x minus h, a minus h, and f of a
F plus
h, where h tends to 0.
That is high level definition. That's correct, but not needed like that. So, continuity at a point x equals a means its left limit that he has used as a minus h. Its left limit as well as the right limit, both of them must exist. The words are very important for gain. So the function fx is said to be continuous at the point x equals a means it must be having a left limit as well as the right limit. The both of them must exist. And what's the next condition? What is the symbol denoting the left limit? Fa minus. What is the right limit? Fa plus. Both of them must exist, and moreover, they must be equal. Both the left and the right limit must be equal, and it must be equal to
f of a.
f of a. I think he is answering somewhat correctly, but he is above standard. That doesn't matter. Once again, a function fx is said to be continuous at the point x equals a if both its left limit, that is fa minus, and its right limit, that is fa plus, both of them must exist and both of them must be equal, and moreover it must be equal to fa. Understand the third definitions? Once again, a function fx is said to be continuous at a point x equals a if both fa minus and fa plus exist. Exist means it cannot be infinite. Both of them must be equal and they must be equal to fa. Then we will say that the function is continuous at the point x equals a. Understand the theory? Now, for A11, number of problems are there, but which are outer standard, you may say, because our NCERT text is not enough. So I think I am requesting the teachers or concerned authorities to have modern ABC for every subject. I think it is from Delhi. That publication is very good. And if you study very well that text, that it's a full mark for NCERT. For 11th, 12th standard, definitely if you study very well, full mark is very easy. Secondly, minimum 5 questions you will have for the main. For advanced, it will be more tough. Even then, if you refer that text, modern ABC, for maths, physics, chemistry, biology, everything it is there. For maths, I am telling you, if you study it very nicely from the very beginning, definitely you will get full marks. Very important. Secondly, minimum 5 questions will be there for JEE main. Other things that we will discuss later. So, try to refer those texts, not only NCERT. Now, so again, when will you say that the function fx is continuous at x equals a if fa minus and fa plus exist. That's the most important thing. Exist, and both of them must be equal to f of a. Then you will say that the function is continuous at x equals a. Now, how many types of continuities are there? First is discontinuity of first kind. Secondly, discontinuity of second kind. Thirdly, discontinuity of not third kind. That is removable discontinuity. These 3 types for JEE, not for the class. So, I have told you both fa plus and fa minus must exist. If they do not exist, it is discontinuous. That is called discontinuity of first kind. Now, both fa plus and fa minus will exist, but they are not equal. Then again not continuous. That is called discontinuity of second kind. Now, both fa plus and fa minus are equal, but not equal to fa. Then again it is not conditional. So that is called removable discontinuity. Once again, if either fa plus or fa minus does not exist, it is called discontinuity of first kind. Secondly, both fa plus and fa minus exist, but they are not equal, then it is of second kind. Thirdly, both of them exist, they are equal, but they are not equal to them. That again is discontinuity, and it is called the removable discontinuity. Now, I am giving these theories, remember, when you study very nicely, nowadays only 90% marks can be scored if you refer the NCERT. If you want to have the full marks, I think all the explanations that are given by me are very important for the board examination. Because nearly 10% will be out of standard. So those theories are discussed by me, and that is important for AMA also. Now, I have discussed the continuity at a point. Now, what would be the continuity and interval? How many types of intervals are there? Different types of intervals. Open interval, closed interval, then semi-closed. So, you have to study what is meant by the continuity in an interval also. So, let us consider an interval. Say, the open interval AB. Open interval AB. When will you say that the function is continuous in the open interval AB? N1. We have defined the continuity at a point. Now the question is, how will you define the continuity in an open interval AB? Anyone? Be very much active. Generally, maths can be studied. Anyone? Just look and breathe. No is taking breath out. If at all you die, I am not responsible. Thank you very much. You are listening. So, when will you say that the function is continuous in an open interval?
Except at points A and B. When the function is continuous at every point except A and B.
Very nice.
Balaji. Balaji.
Balaji.
Balaji.
Okay. So, I think he's had some standards to have the chance of getting AE. That means, and all those will be getting, it is not like that. You try your best. Because you see, you are studying mathematics with very much highly headache. Never be like that. Whenever I am teaching mathematics, I will never put a homework. Because all the problems should be done in front of me itself. Then only I can assess whether you are following or are doing correctly. So, no homework, and personally I would conduct a test paper. I think previous year in Kerala I was having nearly 11 students who got main as well as advanced. In Tamil Nadu, in Vellore there is one institute named Master, very brilliant students. That means don't be afraid of. In every class there will be 48 students, 4 batches. 2 batches for JE, 2 batches for NEET. In every class, minimum 7 students will be getting admission. And there the thing is, don't be afraid of the fees. It is residential, and per year the students are required to pay more than 5 lakhs per year. That means both the year means more than 10 lakhs. So much good intervention is there. So at minimum 7 students in a class out of 48, they will be getting. And for main number of students will be getting, but for JE advanced also, minimum 7 students. That means minimum 15 students in that institution they are having. But in Kerala, the students are very much intelligent, but without use. They do not know how to use it because they are drilling, making number of test paper, making number of homeworks, very much useless. So when you study and when you hear something, now I'm quite sure that you know the definition for continuity at a point. Then you know what are the different types of discontinuities. Now he has given the definition for the continuity and interval. The definition is, if the function is continuous at each and every point in between A and B, open interval means A and B are excluded. So you need not say about it. If at every point in between A and B, at every point, then the function is said to be continuous in the open interval. Now, when you consider the closed interval, then again the very same definition. That is, it must be continuous in the point in between A and B. And moreover, is it correctly? Not fully correct. And F A plus, that is the right side limit, must exist and it must be equal to FA. Because beyond A to the left there is no values needed. Because up to A, from every A alone we are starting. And F B to the right no point, so to the left. If these conditions are satisfied, then it will be continuous at the closed interval. Now, before doing the problem, how will you find the left hand limit, namely Fa minus? The left hand limit Fa minus. Shortly we say LHF. What's the formula for finding it? I will start with limit x tends to a minus of x. This whole difference is a minus at h tends to 0, then you do not use like that. This is the definition for the left hand limit. So what must be the definition for the right hand limit? It is RHL denoted by Fa plus, and its definition will be
Limit x tends to
A plus of to the right of it. Understand the theory? So when you apply the problem for the board examination, this is very important because one sure question for, I think nowadays it is 5 marks question, I think. So most probably one question will be there using this. But for entrance, we will do all these problems for any level using differentiation. So this much is childish. That alone can be applied for the board examinations. For board examination, this is the only method where you have to apply to find the left limit as well as the right limit. Now, so you are given a question. Suppose you are having a question of for fx is defined and you are asked to check the continuity at the point x equals a. So x equals 2. So what must be the procedure you have to think of? What is the procedure? Anyone? You are asked, given a function fx. Now the question is, check the continuity at the point x equals 2. What is the correct procedure you have to adopt?
Limit x tends to 2 minus is equal to.
No, not. Is correct, but not correct. Anyone?
We have to find the left hand limit and right.
Not correct. So, very important. Suppose you want to find the continuity at x equals 2, first find f2. The correct procedure is first find f2. Then you can find left or right according as you like. Let us find f2 minus, that is left limit. You got an answer. If it is equal to the correct value of f2, then only you proceed. Otherwise, you will say that the function is not continuous or discontinuous. Suppose it is equal to f2. Then you start with right limit. You have find it, and if it is again equal to f2, you will say that the function is have the right limit exist. And if both of them are equal to the previous f2, you will say that the function is continuous. So that is the procedure to be adopted. If you do something incorrectly for the examination, if the procedure is correct, then not much marks will be reduced. But for entrance, we have another method that we will discuss later. So, in continuity, now the main important thing for GAIL, I am giving a test for GAIL. How many of you whether it is possible to answer it now. What is the derivative of x raised to n?
N into x power n minus 1.
No. What is the derivative of x raised to n?
N into x power n minus 1 dx by dx.
Never say. Whenever you are hearing that question, you must say that the question is not complete. What is the derivative of x raised to n with respect to x? Then only the answer is n x raised to n minus 1. With respect to x is very important. With respect to some other value means the answer will be very much different. So, what is the derivative of x raised to n? Keep mum. The question should be completed as with respect to x. Like that, number of theories are there. So, remember, when you study mathematics, be studying with the laughing face. That is very important. So, previously, years back, there was a particular student. The student has the ability, namely, he will answer anything and he will prove that it is correct. Now, once upon a time, that is nearly 50 or 60 years back, in our batch, the mathematics teachers are very much cruel. Because their cruel face means the students will not ask any question. If the teacher is very much cruel and strict, then the students will never ask any question. At that time, the punishment also was very much rough. So, years back, that is 60 or 70 years back, there was a student. So, the teacher asked the question, what will be the value for 28 when it is divided by 7? The sir asked the question, what is the answer when 28 is divided by 7? What's the answer?
4.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Definite. What is the reason that you are saying that the answer is 4? Because
7 can be subtracted.
4 into 7 is 28. Isn't it? Again, when 4 is added 7 times, then again the answer is 20. That's the explanation behind it. So a particular student of that time, when the teacher asked the question, except him, all the students answered that it is 4. But he told the answer is 13. So the teacher became angry. And with angry face, he approached the student. But he was saying, it is 13. So the teacher got some suspicion. So he returned back. So can you answer? Yes, sir. So he was answered. Never do like this for your exam. He started here. 1 into 7 is finished. Remainder is 1. Then he put 2 there. So 3 times, 3 into 7 is. So the teacher was afraid. He was establishing his answer. He was starting from the left, but he started from the right. Now, this teacher asked, we have said that the answer is 4 because 7 into 4 is 28. So, will it give you that 13 into 7 is 28? So, the student said, sir, it will give the answer 28. So, it 3 into 7. 20. 7 into 1. I say directly I say that is the peculiarity of mathematics. So now the teacher asked. We are told that 7 into 4 is 28 because when 4 is added 7 times, we got the answer 28. Will it give you 30 when added 7 times the answer is 28? Yes, sir. He again said, yes, sir. So and he was showing the theory. So 13 when it is 7 times you please tell me. Over.
6.
One more. He was calling. 3 plus 3. 9.
12,
12. 15.
18,
18.
21,
20.
1.
22, 23, 24, 26. Yes, time like that is the character of mathematics. That means that whenever you are answering a particular theory, if you can establish it, then no one can answer it. Is there any rule that you have to start from this place itself? Because the teachers have told us to start with, so we have like that. He said, another motive, that's all. Like that, you can use mathematics in a highly interesting manner. Then only you can approach for JEE. If you are very much serious when you face problems, then no one will do. And remember, for the students who want to have JEE, you must study very systematically. Not hard work, no hard work. And when you study in the night, do not have studies after 10:30. After 10:30, never study. Number of students will be studying after 10:30. Not like that. After 10:30, it is the time for Avi to go around and it will be singing. Avi means that ghost. So it is the time for after 10:30 they will be working. Never have a company with them. Because after 10:30 when you study, that all will be in your mind. So finish your studies by 10:30 itself. No studies after 10:30. And if it is possible to wake up early in the morning by 4:30, it is very good to have a recollection of the studies that you have done as previously. So remember, once again, no hard work, only systematic. And math teachers are there? Is there any math teacher? Very good. Not maths, maths. So in my opinion, because I have had 50 years, nearly your age, 50 years of experience in teaching. So I have done a number of facts. But remember, when the teachers tell you something, obey. That's another thing, my opinion. I never allow the students, when there may be some students which are somewhat slow in their standard. So when I give homework for them, I will tell that never do this homework on that day. Because doing a homework on that day will be, your mind is very much fresh, so you can do it very well. So I will tell them, give 1 week rest. After 1 week, do this homework without referring the previous. But without referring the previous, you can do the homework independently. That means you are thorough with the question. So when I come here, again, students remember, I need your full cooperation with a laughing face. And you must love me. Even though I am 75, I will love all of you. So study very well. And you must be able to answer every question without reference. That's the most important thing. Without reference, it is difficult. Even then, you must be able to do all the problems. So whatever question you may ask, you must do without reference. So that is clear. So today,